BuckeyeHuddle.com Southern Swing continues here in the Raleigh area. Keysaun Eleazer, 2026 defensive end, has become a bit of a priority target here for Ohio State this spring. Things have really picked up. Larry Johnson has been checking on you quite a bit, both on the phone and just coming by the school. So, first of all, I guess, how have things gone with Ohio State here in the last few months? Have things started to pick up maybe more than what they were, 6 to 8 months ago, or just kind of how's that trajectory been?
My relationship with Ohio State been good. That was actually one of my first couple offers. Mm-hmm. So I had got them maybe 6 to 8 months ago. Mm-hmm. So I've been talking to Coach Murph and Coach Larry Johnson. Mm-hmm. So we have a good relationship.
Yeah. What's that been like for you? Because you've kind of really taken off these last several months with the recruiting interest. I don't want to say late on the radar, but like some guys get offers like their freshman year and stuff like that. You've been a bit of slower process, but now it's starting to take off. I guess how satisfying has that been to see that your hard work is starting to pay off?
So it definitely is exciting as January kicked off a big site in my recruitment. I picked up over 20 offers.
Jeez.
So it's definitely exciting.
Yeah. Coach Johnson, you've had a chance to talk to him, of course. What's he like as a person, just as a recruiter, as a coach? What have your just impressions of him been so far?
All right, so for him to be such a world-known D-line coach, I feel like he's very old-fashioned and down-to-earth. When he came up here the other day, we had a good conversation. I feel like we've been developing a good relationship throughout our text messages and phone calls.
Mm-hmm. How closely, have you followed Ohio State? I know we're obviously down here in North Carolina. It's not a local school, but have you watched any of their defensive linemen over the years, or did you pay attention? What do you know about the program so far?
So, I only been up there once, but I definitely watched them a lot growing up, and I've seen a lot of their D linemen and other positions thrive and go to the league. Mm-hmm. I personally know one of their D linemen, Trajan Odom, as he's from Raleigh and played on the same youth team as me.
Oh, wow.
So it's a school that I always liked, as it was in my top 5 before I even got to high school.
So, with Trajan there, did you get a chance to catch up with him on your visit by any chance, or did you have a chance to talk to him at all, or at all? Have you had a chance to talk to him at all about being up at what Ohio State entails?
Oh yeah, I talked to him about the spring practices. I haven't had a chance to get up there since the Indiana game.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So, when you were there for the Indiana game, what did you notice, and what were maybe some highlights of that?
So I noticed how they treated me before I picked up the offer that day. So I like how they treated me throughout the visit, even before I was offered. I like how the staff interacted, and of course how they dominated the game, which it was supposed to be 2 top 5 teams battling it out, but it wasn't like that.
Yeah. That was a good one for Ohio State. That was one of their better games. So glad you were able to catch that. You're a big, tall kid. You're 6'6". I mean, you got a lot of you got the wingspan, everything else. What are you working on though right now as you kind of refine your game? And now you got all these offers, and that's great. But now there's a little bit of pressure that comes with that, right? In terms of okay, I got to show these coaches that they offered the right guy, everything else. So what are you working on with your game right now?
So I'm working on getting bigger, faster, and stronger, as well as working on technique and becoming more versatile. I've been working on my coverage skills to be able to drop back and rush and get the quarterback, as well as getting bigger and stronger to be able to perform at the next level.
Mm-hmm. You have an official visit to Ohio State on June 13th. A lot of North Carolina guys will be up there with you, and I'm just curious kind of what you are hoping to get out of that visit, what you need to see, things are going to be important to you as you take that trip.
So I want to see their developmental plan towards me, as well as continue developing relationships throughout the whole staff as they got a new DC. And I want to see their educational aspects in my major.
What would you like to major in?
Sports medicine.
Okay, sports medicine. There you go. With that said, you've got some other visits as well. Like, who are you looking at right now in addition to Ohio State? What are some visits you have set up?
I have Ohio State, Tennessee, Georgia Tech, VTech, and Florida State.
Okay. So, Tennessee, obviously a program that was in the playoff last year. What do you like about them? What has you interested in the Vols?
So the Vols is also a team that I was interested in before high school. And I have a good relationship with their new outside linebacker coach, as he was previously there as a assistant D-line coach. And they have developed some people, including James Pierce out of North Carolina. So I feel like they could develop me in my position.
Sure. Virginia Tech, not too far away either. What do you like about the Hokies, and just what's appealed to you about them throughout the process?
So I have good relationship throughout the staff, as there was my first Power 4 offer back, not sure, maybe a year or two ago. So that was my first Power 4 offer, so I have talked to them the longest, and we have good relationships.
Florida State, Coach Norvell, what do you like about the Seminoles?
So I like how their program has been over the years. Obviously last year was a down year, so I'm looking forward to see how they change and adapt.
And they said Georgia Tech was your other one?
Yeah.
What do you like about the Yellow Jackets? They kind of had a nice resurgence last year.
Yeah. I see how they're moving towards making a better program. So I see that they're going in a positive direction. And I have a good relationship with their D-line coach, outside linebacker coach.
Gotcha.
And I also have one more OV with Stanford.
Oh, great. So that is something to be proud of right there, because that's, they don't bring in guys who can't qualify. So clearly you're getting it done in the classroom. I guess how cool is that to get the offer from, or get an opportunity with Stanford, and what are you looking forward to about that visit?
So I'm definitely interested in learning more about their educational side of things, as at Stanford. Me and my family was extremely proud that I was able to get an opportunity to play there. And I'm looking forward to going to the West Coast and seeing life there, because I've never been there.
Yeah, that'll be a good experience. So you've got all these visits coming up. A lot of you guys, you take your June visits so that you can make a decision like in the summer before your senior season. Is that how you are taking this, or are you thinking of maybe a longer term, maybe like a later commitment kind of, I guess, just how do you see things kind of going for you right now?
So I plan on attempting to commit in July or August, potentially before the season, but if I don't know, I will plan on stretching it out.
Sure. Yeah, you don't want to hold yourself to a deadline if you don't need to. What for, like Ohio State? They're in the mix with you. You've been up there once. I guess, where do you think they really factor in here, and like, what do they need? What would they need to show you that maybe you haven't seen, or just generally what you need to see out of that program?
I want to see a personalized plan to see how I could thrive there and learn more about the program.
Now, most of your schools are like southeast-ish. Is that a thing for you, like geography-wise? Do you worry about location? Do you worry about distance from home? Or is that just something you kind of throw out the window? Or is it something you need to kind of figure out on an official visit to see if that would be possible?
So obviously, on the official visit, I want to see if that's possible, but I don't consider distance as a factor in what school I would choose.
Yeah. One thing we were talking about as we kind of walked down here to do this is the amount of talent right now in North Carolina, especially on the offensive and defensive lines. I've been doing this, I don't know, almost 15 years now, and the amount of talent here now versus when I started doing this is like night and day. I guess, how proud is are you guys right now? There seems to be a lot of North Carolina pride in terms of the high school football these days. Where do you think that comes from, and do you kind of feel that sense of like North Carolina pride when you're out there representing yourself in front of all these college coaches?
Well, I'm originally not from North Carolina, so I'm from Camden, New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
But a lot of the people that are being highly recruited, I had played with previously, and we was all on one team. Mm-hmm. Well, a good bit of us was all on one team. So it's definitely exciting to see a bunch of my former teammates and friends training and got a chance to play at the next level.
You're from my neck of the woods. I grew up 45 minutes west of Philly, so we're about an hour away. What do you know about the Wagner family?
Oh, no, I know a lot about that.
Cool. So I guess finally, what is going to help you? Like, how important like is family in this in terms of like their input, and just what are some things that you're going to weigh once you get through your visits in terms of helping you make a decision?
So, on most of my visits, if not all of them, it's going to be me, my mom, and some of my sisters. Mm-hmm. So, a big contributor to my success is my mom. Mm-hmm. So her input and what I feel is going to ultimately help with my decision.
Now, are your sisters older or younger than you?
I have 2 younger sisters.
Okay.
On my mom's side.
Okay, so then mom's going to be really important, because if they were older sisters, they would be like your second and third moms, because I know how older sisters are protective of their younger brothers.
No, I do have 3 older sisters.
Oh, you do? So they're going to, well, are they going to be on any of these visits?
Yes.
Okay, well then, no, scratch that. We're going to have to, everyone's going to have to keep them happy too. I know how older sisters are protective of their little brothers, so, well, good luck here. We appreciate you making the time for us, and hopefully we'll see you soon at something. I'm sure you'll be up in Columbus here in about a month, but if we don't see you before then, good luck on all your visits, and congratulations on all your success so far.
All right, thank you.